why is the time right, now for companies to focus on yard management?
Right. I think a couple things jump out at me. The first is that over time, as you know, we've seen increasing penetration of TMS into shippers, into medium-sized and large enterprises, and those companies have made significant investments in their supply chain execution systems like TMS, like WMS, and like the surrounding enterprise resource planning systems. But having implemented those systems and made those investments, there are still gaps in your supply chain execution. So when we think about YMS, probably we'll talk later about some specific features of a typical YMS, but if a YMS is helping you manage the execution in your shipping yards, a TMS doesn't do that. A WMS doesn't do that. So companies have made investments in these systems, but they really do have gaps in helping you execute your supply chain. And YMS is targeted at filling what's within the yard itself. So there are still many savings to be had by getting an end-to-end solution. And we feel that the time is now, if you do have a TMS, if you do have a WMS, to look at those gaps, and YMS is one of those gaps. The other reason why now, I believe, is related to software as a service-based systems. In the old days, perhaps the current days with some shippers, you probably had no system for managing your yard. Or you may have used a whiteboard or manual efforts, or maybe used Excel. Or in my travels with different shippers to visit them, look at how they're operating their yards, look at how they're operating their TMSs. You may find that they've built a system 10, 15 years ago, and it was homegrown. It may have even been built by a summer student who was smart and helped them get some piece of automation done through a home-built system. But with SaaS-based systems, you can really take that system across your enterprise, and you can actually implement it much easier. You can replace these outdated systems that aren't really matching your business needs and aren't really secure. Your IT people probably, if they realize they were there, if you had some access-based system, they probably wouldn't be happy with it and would probably wish you to remove it. So SaaS-based solutions have come. They're enterprise systems. They're systems you can deploy with much lower investment than before, and it allows you to replace these access-based systems or homegrown systems or manual systems that you may have been using in the past.